We're going to build a writing activity. To build a writing activity, you click on Create an Activity. Then you're going to give it a title. Click on Writing. Notice that with the other activities, you had access to the whiteboard. This time, you don't have access to the whiteboard. So what we're going to do is we're going to operate just a little differently now. So we'll start our response type here. I'm going to click on the gear here. These are the tools that you have available to you in the writing tools. I can turn on the ability for students to insert an image if I want to. But otherwise, it looks like it's a pretty typical type tool thing. The only thing I might turn off here is text color, because students might just kind of get a little bit too interested in that. But the bold and the italic and the underline and the bulleted list seems like things I kind of want to leave. So I'm going to click Save. I'm going to put in my prompt here. Tell me the central idea of this political cartoon. Or how about, instead of tell me, how about explain? That's probably much better. Okay. Now I'm going to add some student sources. To do that, I can do that one of two ways. I can add manually by clicking here, copy and paste text, which we will do in a moment. But I think people are really going to enjoy this next part. I'm going to upload from a PDF. I'm going to go into my political cartoons here in my drive. I'm working on my Chromebook. I can find all my drive things pretty easily. I'm going to click on a couple pages here. Let's do 3 pages. Click Add a Source. And what it should do is it should grab the political cartoons themselves as well as any of the text. That text should be put into a more rich text format. This will allow students to copy and paste. It will also allow students to have that document read to them, because now it's in a rich text format and the computer can see that text a little bit easier. So it takes a couple seconds, obviously, as you can see here, to create the source from the PDF. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so here we go. Got my political cartoons right here. You can see I got the same cartoon twice. Okay, so that's a little bit glitchy, but that's easy to fix, because what I can do here is I can just take this right here, right? I can remove it. I can remove this part of it too. Let's see here. Get rid of this part. I can delete anything I don't want. Anything I don't want in here. Let's see here. Oh, I'll leave that alone. Okay. Let me go a little bit more here. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, so I got my one cartoon almost perfect. So I'm going to go a little bit more, actually, because it's got a little bit glitchy. But again, easy to fix because it can be edited. Right there. Just like that. Go down to station 1 here. Apologies. There we go. All right, station 1, station 2. Just like that. When I'm done, I click Save. You can see that source is there. I can add another one if I want to. Okay, I'm not going to do that for the sake of time. I can also add a manual one if I want to. I'm not going to do that for the sake of time. And then once I'm done here, I just click Create and Generate from Question, Social Studies, and it's high school, and click Generate. It's going to go through the work of generating that feedback. While that does that, I'm going to quickly move into how I might handle a manual text entry, so you can see that. You're probably going to want a text that you can copy and paste. I happen to have one right here. Here's a short text that I can use. So I'm going to create my activity. Of course, give it a title. Go back into writing here. Explain the central idea of this text. And then instead of clicking the PDF button, I click add manually. And I'll grab my short story here. Copy it. Control C. And then come back into Snorkel here. Control V. There we go. Perfect. And I'm going to say something beautiful. That's the name of it. And click create. You can see that that text has been added. Again, click generate from the question here. Oh, forgot this part. Always want to remember to turn off the text color thing. And then click generate from question. So it should start to work. I'm going to say this is language arts and this is upper elementary, and click generate. So now I'll come back and we can go check on our other activity here, see how it did. Okay, so we got prompt here, question. We've got some answer criteria here. I click confirm, right? And then I can click try as a student to give it a try. You're going to notice that this screen is much different than the ones prior to. Click start response here. And you can see that the text here is on the left, the writing part is on the right, with all my tools across the top. I can move this over to make the reading part better if I want to split my screen a little bit, right? So I can see this cartoon a little bit larger. And you can see that the prompt is here. If there were multiple sources, they would be listed right here. I can also click the play button, and it will read that text to me. It also highlights the parts it's reading. I can skip to different parts of the text. Description. Okay, and I can also highlight and copy, Control C and Control V. Paste it right there. Ooh, that was the whole thing. I didn't get it. So let's see if I can do this again. Copy that. Let's see if it works this time. Yep, just like that. So I can copy and paste from the text if I need to. Again, I click end review if I'd like. I can review my response and then click submit to get my feedback. Let's go in while this does our feedback. Let's go check on our other one here. Again, just like that, click confirm. I can edit it if I want to down here if I want. Try as a student, or I can just click assign it to my class, and turn on my coach if I want to, and then click assign. We'll assign that one just to my class, ready to go. Let's go check on this one. Oh, looks like I didn't get to finish my thought. Caught me pretty good. So I'm going to click on return to teacher. And then click assign. Assign it to my class. Click next, turn on my coach if I want to, and it's ready to